Hello everybody, welcome to the August edition of the Safe at Home Times. I hope you're having a wonderful summer. Last month we talked about the appraisal process in a real estate transaction. This month I want to talk about inspections. So, I often have buyers asking, what are inspections? How is it different than appraisal? An inspection, once you have an offer accepted, once a buyer and a seller have come to terms of an agreement over the sale of a property, part of those terms will be whether or not the buyer has decided to do inspections, perform inspections, or has waived that. Now, I strongly recommend that buyers do home inspections. They want to see what's sort of under the hood, so to speak. So, part of the contract, part of the agreement between the buyer and the seller, too, and they've agreed on the terms of a property, are how long the buyer is allowing themselves, how many days they have to complete those inspections, and then after that, what period of time they're allowing for resolution of between the buyer and seller if the buyer has requested any repairs, replacement, or sort of a mini negotiation on those things. So let's give a scenario. Buyer goes under contract on a house June 1st and they want to close July 1st. So that's a 30-day closing. In that kind of a time frame, you want to assure the seller that you're going to complete your inspections in a timely fashion, but also leave yourself enough room to get all the people out there. You need all the different kinds of inspectors. So the home inspector, an inspector a pest inspector if you want one of those, radon inspection, mold inspection. There's any number of inspections you can do. Structural components, HVAC. You've told the seller that we're going to get this done within 10 days. At that 10-day mark, you have three options. The first of which is say, this place is in rough shape. I'm walking, and you get your earnest money back. Second option is to accept the property as is, not request any repairs. Third option is to put together a list of the things that you would like the seller to address and present them to the seller. At that point, you've also dictated at the start of the contract, if you have 10 days for the inspection period to perform inspections, usually about 3 or 4 days to resolve that and get through that mini negotiation process with the seller to come to an agreement on how inspections and repairs or replacements are going to play out. At that point, if you're across that inspection period barrier and everybody has agreed to everything, then your lender will go ahead and order an appraisal and keep things moving along. So, any other questions about inspections? I may want to cover it from the seller's perspective next time too, but that's what that means. You have a right to walk if something comes back, to accept as is, or to request repairs. They just have to be completed by a certain time frame, as per the terms set on the contract.